What's up, you guys? How's everyone doing? It's me again. So, I had a thought about how I have changed these past few years. And I mentioned this in one of my videos about how I don't play games anymore. But then I remembered playing Metal Gear Solid. That's my all-time favorite franchise. And I want to particularly talk about Metal Gear Solid 2 because for me, that game to this day still has a special spot. At any rate, let's get started. First of all, I was happy to see Snake back. He's just such an amazing character, all of his tactics and skills, abilities, and it's great to see him in action. And after Metal Gear Solid 1, I was like, I wouldn't mind seeing more of his action. So when 2003 came about, I really didn't get to it. For whatever reason, I just didn't. I'm trying to think about why, but at any rate. And then I finally got to it in the year 2008, May 10th, 2008 to be exact. And let me tell you, when I started, I was excited because I'm like, ooh, I'm playing on PS2 graphics and mechanics and stuff like opening lockers and like being able to toss enemies off the ship and all that. I was like, wow, this is getting real, It's like more action that you had thoughts of in Metal Gear Solid 1, but you could actually perform in Metal Gear Solid 2. And then, of course, it was good to see David Hayter back with his awesome voice and all that. And then when it comes to the appearance of Snake, I was like, dig, that beard and all that and the long hair, I got spoiled. Because, at the time, I used to like clean shaved faces, but now I'm all about facial hair. So now I don't mind it, quite the contrary. At any rate, but I gotta say that I still cannot get over the fact that we did not play as him on the plant chapter. And to this day, I can't understand why. It was like, all right, I'm getting to that scene particularly where you shoot down the Harrier and all that. And I'm like, okay, we should be approaching that checkpoint where you switch back to your original character. And then here I am fighting Solidus. And I'm like, okay, I just got through playing a part where Snake is my partner. And, and he protected me and I protected him and all that. That checkpoint is really close, but for some reason I'm fighting the antagonist unless we're about to face Ocelot. Roll credits. And I'm like, okay, I get it. The credits are rolling because momentarily we're going to initiate a new chapter, a final chapter. And even though the big shield is down and all that, maybe we're going to search for Olga's child because Ocelot may have him, in this case her, somewhere, So, wow, this is a pretty long-ass game for PS2. But that moment never came, and I'm like... See, now that the years have passed, after Metal Gear Solid 4, given how badass they depicted Raiden, I didn't mind that anymore, but still, there are struts in the big shell, like Shell 2, that we never got to. And based on the titles, they sound like they would be a lot of fun. Especially the one where Snake got, blown up. Or whatever. Well, he didn't get blown up, of course, but where he was close to the explosion, and it was one of the struts where it detached. Well, wait, I think I'm messing that up because you had to be on shield 2 for it to blow up. I'm sorry, guys. It's been about 3-4 years since I completed that game from start to finish. That's just how much of a gamer I'm just not anymore. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2, it's an amazing experience. I had substance, and I loved the skateboarding stuff. The first thing I did when I got that game was I played through the skateboarding stuff, and I thought it was dope, the little punk song and all of that. I'm like, this is too much. And the story is fantastic. It has a beautiful message. I think Kojima did a great job about having a theme that, has its bad stuff, but it's not completely dark. And the theme song, Can't Say Goodbye to Yesterday, it's amazing. The first time I heard those lyrics, I was like, wow, they give me some type of feeling, and it's a good feeling, So it makes me feel joyful, like there's hope for the future and all that. So, mechanics, gameplay, content, Metal Gear Solid 2 has it, but I must say that following the story, it was a big mess. I'm like, wait, what? GW? Some people say that's George Washington, and I'm like, how am I supposed to piece that together? If it's like, I understand that this little worm cluster program that Emma Emmerich was making was all about, installing this bug to make computers go haywire because it's all digital and whatnot. But at the same time, it was just confusing. Like I can remember the story of Metal Gear Solid 1, and I could, give you the details laid out. But for Metal Gear Solid 2, I always have to stop and hesitate because I never know what kind of crap I'm going to say besides what I normally say. But yeah, it's unique. It was a fun experience, but it left me with more questions than answers. And, at least on the plus side, it got the whole fandom talking because, to this day, we still create theories about what we think is happening and whatnot. So yeah, Metal Gear Solid 2, it's, I want to say it's still my favorite game to this day because even after I played it and I exposed myself to other games, I can't say that any of them gave me that wonderful feeling that Metal Gear Solid 2 did. So, okay guys, that's going to be it for now on this topic. All of my Metal Gear Solid folks out there, I want to hear from you because I have most likely watched you. So now it's your turn to watch me. Okay, see you guys. Bye.